Alright, parenteral nutrition is what's used when somebody is unable to use their stomach, or they can only use it a little bit, and they'll have to get their nutrients from a bag, basically. And the way that it's used is just adding a whole bunch of the individual nutrients, slipping it into a bag, and then usually injecting that bag into the patient, and they're fed over time. And the way that it's done is just adding a whole bunch of individual ingredients. And so these bottles, or the ingredients that are used, have different concentrations, so you need to add different amounts of each one. So if let's say you're given an order, and in that order the patient needs to receive 30 milliequivalents of potassium chloride. Alright, and then the bottle that you have is 2 milliequivalents per milliliter. Now again, that's in the bottle that you have. Alright, so the easiest way to do this is, I think, just to do a proportion. So we know that they want to receive 30 milliequivalents, and what we have available is 2 milliequivalents per milliliter. Alright, I'm going to erase some of this. And we want to know how many milliliters do we need to give. Alright, so we do our proportions, we do our multiplications. So we want to get x by itself, so we multiply x by both sides. So we get x times 2 milliequivalents over milliliters is equal to 30. Is equal to 30 milliequivalents. Alright, then next we divide by 2 milliequivalents, so 30 milliequivalents over 2 milliequivalents is equal to x over 1 milliliter. And then we can just multiply that 1 milliliter to the other side. So we get, and our milliequivalent units cancel out, so we get 30 over 2 times 1 milliliter is equal to x. So x in this case is 30 over 2, which is 15. 15 milliliters, because our milliliter unit carries over. So again, the patient needs to receive 30 milliequivalents of potassium chloride. The bottle that we have is 2 milliequivalents per milliliter. We just set it up and then multiply and divide as needed. And so the patient should receive 15 milliliters of that solution. So we can do another example. Patient needs to receive, I'm just going to do it over on this side. So they need to receive 12 milliequivalents. 12 milliequivalents of magnesium sulfate. And what we have available comes as 40.6 milliequivalents per 10 milliliters. Okay, remember, keep in mind that this one is 10 milliliters, not milliliters. So we have to remember that when we are doing our calculations. So again, I think the easiest way to set it up is to figure out what the patient needs and what we have available. So the patient needs 12 milliequivalents. And we want to know how many milliliters we're giving them. We'll call it X. Okay, and what we have available is 40.6 milliequivalents per 10 milliliters. Again, we want to get X by itself, so we'll multiply both sides by X. So 12 milliequivalents is equal to 40.6 milliequivalents times X over 10 milliliters. Alright, then we can continue and multiply 10 milliliters. So 10 milliliters times 12 milliequivalents is equal to 40.6 over X. Alright, so X is almost by itself. Oh, need the units in there, 40.6 milliequivalents. Alright. Times X, I'm sorry. Alright, yeah, so X is in the numerator. My bad, sorry. Alright, so 10 times 12 milliequivalents, 10 milliliters times 12 milliequivalents is equal to 40.6 milliequivalents times X. So then we divide both sides by 40.6. So we get 10 milliliters times 12 milliequivalents over 40.6 milliequivalents equals our unknown. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Again, 10 times 12 over 40 equals our number. So we plug that in. And we should get 2.9556 blah 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 milliliters. So this is how many milliliters we're going to add to our bag of this magnesium sulfate. Again, we probably don't have a syringe that's this accurate, so we're just going to say 3 milliliters. We're going to give 3 milliliters of this 40.6 per 10 milliequivalents. And you just do that for each one. Again, you just set up the proportion of each one and multiply and divide as needed to get the volume that you need to add.